Your judgment's been off on a lot of things. Oh, by the way, we're live.
It's still a clump in here. Hey, folks.
What's up, guys? Welcome back.
Merry
We're live.
early Christmas.
Welcome back to the Pot Stilled Life.
Welcome back.
I'm
this
Ryan.
Is Ryan Davis. Every time.
And there's that.
Every time
alarm.
that thing dings off.
I can't take that alarm off now because then it's a thing now.
Just take it off. We already know that we're going
It's a
on
thing.
at 8:30, 9:30.
It's not about going live.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Hey, folks. Ryan, AJ, Pot Still Life. Welcome to the Christmas cocktails and holiday bourbons extravaganza.
Basically, us just hanging out,
Yeah, we're just hanging out.
drinking, saying Merry Christmas.
Yep, saying Merry Christmas. We talked about this last week, it not being an extremely long live stream like we usually do. We try to do like an hour, but we usually go to like an hour 40 or something, just because it's so easy to lose track of time, and we have fun talking with you guys.
Yes,
but we'll try to keep it short today because we know that people have holiday plans that they're trying to get done.
yeah, definitely. We just so are you?
I'm gonna try it.
Are you gonna try it?
I don't like eggnog. I don't
What's
like
up,
eggnog
country?
at all.
So we are sipping on some nog.
You were sipping on some nog. I
I'm
haven't
sipping
taken a
on
sip
some
yet.
nog that our good friend David sent our way for this evening.
I don't like eggnog. So I might just take a small sip and then be done with it. I've got my backup here, which is Arch Derringer. That's if I don't like it. All right.
Yes, David. That is the nog.
It doesn't smell good. How about that, David? It's just because I don't like it. I'm going in already not liking it. God, I don't want to, man. Hang on. Hang on. Stop. Everybody, just chill out.
Quit being a baby.
You shut up.
Quit being a baby.
You quit being a
Quit baby.
You peer pressure. Oh, you were a bully in high school, weren't you? Because you
Merry
had a
Christmas,
beard
country.
before everybody else.
I did. What's up? Just tipsy whiskey shenanigans in the house. Cheers.
Just do it. Stop being a baby and do it. Drink the nog.
Just told me to put AJ on mute.
Who said that?
Jess.
You have to put us both on mute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jess, you don't want to put Ryan on mute. His lovely voice. His soothing and lovely voice.
Brandon Belk's in the house. Let's go, AJ.
What up, Brandon? That's my boy, Brandon. You're going for it.
Come on.
Give me a sec. Hang on. Don't push.
Come on. It's just a little thick. Just a little thick.
It's thick.
Come on. It's a holiday special. You got to have some nog.
I had my nog. Arch Derringer. I don't even want to sully that with the nog still in my mouth.
Oh, man. I think it's good. Well, I like nog. I like some nog.
I'm having a moment here. What's everybody drinking? Besides nog.
That's nog, yeah.
If you're drinking nog, then just don't tell us. Ooh.
Uh-oh. Mama's in the house. Let's watch her language.
I didn't curse yet, Moomy.
Hey, Mommy.
Hey, man. Director said, "Hey, Moomy."
It's not that bad.
It is that bad. I don't like eggnog. I've had it before, and I don't like it. And you say this, but you haven't had a good nog. Okay, well, I don't like it still. It's so bad that I'm over here fidgeting with stuff.
Oh,
Playing
come
with
on.
Ryan's muddler. Or what this poor excuse for a muddle.
Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans. Get it together, AJ.
I don't want to. We got 2 days full crit miss. We wilding out right now. It's having a good old time. All right. So what's next? What's first?
Mama's drinking some Woodford.
Just regular Woodford and Moomy?
Country's thinking about some Jim
Beam
Beam Bourbon
cream.
cream. Surprised how much like that Jim Beam Bourbon cream's good.
Was it because we were drinking something creamy?
I'm not going to go there. It's Christmas.
It was.
I'm gonna be nice.
It's a.
I'm going to be good.
You know, it's a cream. It's a cream. I don't know what eggnog is. Honestly, I don't know what's in it. So we're gonna try some Christmas cocktails, some Christmas
equipment
cocktails,
equipment.
and I actually am going in totally blind.
Okay.
Ryan prepared everything, and what are we doing? What's going on?
Okay, so we're going to. I made. I don't know if we talked about this last week or not. So I made some brown butter washed bourbon.
Yes,
Washed.
There's an R in there somewhere.
Washed bourbon.
If we want to talk about proper usage, proper
usage
words.
All right, let me move over here.
You can't tell; it just looks like bourbon, but this had animal fat in it, and it soaked for like X amount of days. What was in that?
Okay, so basically, brown butter wash. So washing bourbon. So this is called a fat washing process. So you can do this with butter. You can do it with bacon fat. Make bacon flavored bourbon. Yeah. I made browned butter. So I actually browned the butter in a pan till it gets nice and toasty and get all those really beautiful toasty notes in the butter. And then poured it filled up the jar. This is actually Old Forester 100.
Okay.
Poured it in, stirred it up, and then capped it off, put it in the freezer for about 12 to 24 hours. I think this is set for about 24 hours.
Yeah.
And then let's all the solids solidify back again. And then you just pour it through a strainer and then through a couple coffee filters.
I watched you pour it through the strainer. It looked like a process and a half.
Yeah. It doesn't take too long. Now going through the coffee filters, it drips kind of slow. So I mean, you're gonna be there at the counter for a little bit while you're going through the coffee filters.
Well, what's it good in?
It makes
what is it good?
I did this specifically for an old fashioned.
Good. So we're just gonna make an old fashioned.
We're gonna make a brown butter old fashioned.
Gotcha. Would you like to do it? Or would you like to are we doing our typical old fashioned?
So this is different. So we are going to give me the brown sugar. We're going for the brown sugar.
There's a huge chunk in there.
It's all right.
You're all right.
It'll be okay.
What bitter?
It'll be okay.
Okay.
All right. So for this one, it is.
I'm excited about this.
Teaspoon of brown sugar.
Plop it in.
Plop it in.
If you don't plop it in, you didn't do it right.
Yeah, it's got to plop.
Plop, plop in.
Plop, 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 plop,
plop, plop, plop.
Give me
like
the club soda. So you can use water. I like club soda when I'm doing this, just because it.
Club soda with more extra.
Yeah, because it just seems to kind of mix muddle better and get everything dissolved better.
You seem
with carbonation.
Shake yourself. I just want to drink this straight. It just looks so good.
All right, so muddle.
If you don't have a muddler, use a stick outside, break one off a tree, wash it real good, and then just jab it in your glass. You might get a few pieces of stick in there, but
plunger handle.
There's a sneeze sneaking up on me. I feel like there's a sneeze in the back of my nose. Here.
Sneeze in the back of your nose. All right, so
in the back of my nose.
And hey, I brought big cubes. I brought ice.
Oh, look at that! It's so pretty.
Big ice cube.
Mine's in there crooked. There we go.
Big ice cube. All right.
Good job. You did a good job. What's next? What bitter?
Thank you. Oh well, yes, I should. So we're going to do Angustino Bitters.
Okay.
In this, I tried this with orange bitters. I tried it with black walnut bitters. I tried it with a combination.
Sure.
And really we're going to do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Angustino, it just balances everything out better. Butter.
You guys like that, didn't you? I moved it.
Butter.
And then a couple ounces of the buttered bourbon?
Of the buttered bourbon. Yes. And
I'm getting thirsty.
I
kind of want this.
I'm really wanting this too. I'm really wanting this. All right, so
you want to peel and then I'll stir.
Yes, sure. Please stir that.
Stir
that. All right, so let's check it. Yes. Okay. I'll bring some fixings tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do it up. Director left her phone on, so they're making noises. Or is that your phone?
That could be my phone. I'm sorry.
I'm also making a lot of noise here.
I think it was her noise, my vibrate. So then we're going to take a little orange peel. And where normally on my old fashions, I typically express the orange peel.
Yep. Express it.
Express it.
Is it necessary to say express like that? I think it is.
I think it is. It's more fun. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to twist it.
Huh.
So just to kind of release it.
So the orange twist.
So release the oils, but not spritz the top with oil.
There we go.
All right. Yeah. It's freaking gorgeous.
You're looking old fashioned.
Yes. Nicole
Nicole
said sing Jingle Bells.
I don't know if we can. Is that song licensed?
Probably so.
I'll sing my version of Jingle Bells. Dingle bells, dingle bells, dingle all. Hey, director, how you doing? All right, dink it before you get sink or drink it, whatever. Ooh, ooh. That was 2 phases of ooh. It's 2 different flavors. It's a flavor right up front, and then once you introduce air to your tongue, because people should know that, like once you breathe in, it kind of explodes the flavors more.
Mm-hmm. And then
there's 2 different waves.
Then wait for the finish to kind of come on.
Yeah,
and you get even more like waves of flavors coming in.
I don't like bitter too much. This is pretty damn good.
This is good.
Yes, this is good. This has got the right. This is a nice, delicate balance. That brown sugar comes through hard. Oh, that's
butter.
good. The butter bourbon is so smooth.
Yeah, and so I used a salted butter.
Yeah,
and you can pick up that salted note.
Is there any other butter?
I know, right? I mean, you gotta do it. You gotta do it, right? I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
let's go. No. I chewed a piece of orange just now, but
all right. We'll see you later, Tipsy. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Tipsy.
Yeah, this is it is so good. So you get the butter, the salt, the sweetness from the brown sugar, that citrus note, the bourbon coming through, all just this beautiful like caramel flavors. I mean, it's so well balanced. And then the Angustino Bitters balances everything out, gives that just the right amount of bitter notes and herbal notes into it. As I tried it with the black walnut bitters, it wasn't as good. I thought, well, yeah, black walnut, that's going to go really well with the brown butter and everything. It became really one note.
Now, the buttered bourbon, does this keep its proof point?
Yeah. Because so when you're pouring that in, you don't want to. You're not pouring the hot. You're letting the butter cool down for just a little bit, for a minute or two, so it's not coming off super, super hot.
Gotcha.
And then you pour it in a little bit, stir, pour it in a little bit, stir. So it's not heating the bourbon up. Matter of fact, once you're done pouring it in, stirring it, the jar's not even hot.
Okay.
So, and I think I did 1 stick for that whole, and I think I started out, what this says in here, 800 mils. So I did 750 mil in there, 750 milliliters, and 1 stick of butter. Is it coming out tomorrow? Okay, yeah. So we got a short coming out tomorrow that shows me actually doing this exact jar. Yeah. The Miss Director filmed.
Yeah, it was good. That was fantastic. I enjoy it. Did you have another bourbon another cocktail?
Another cocktail?
Yeah,
I do.
I mean, I'm enjoying
this.
I know, but I don't want to have to like slam it just to get to the next one. I'd like to be able to kind of pair them
off
because it's a mixed drink to a mixed drink. You're mixing flavors anyway.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I want to know which one of your Christmas cocktails is the best.
So, and yes, I'm referring to my notes.
Because he's getting old.
Because I'm getting old.
I
did a lot of freaking experimenting. So David came over here and he tried this next one. This is the chocolate Manhattan.
I'm excited.
I'm just not gonna say we may have got just a slight bit tipsy trying to get to the point that we got to with this recipe. Mm-hmm. I tried multiples before calling David. Like, dude, you got to come over here and help me out because I need an unbiased opinion on this.
Yeah.
And then we tried it a couple other ways when he got over here and finally came down to this recipe, which I think is a really good chocolate Manhattan.
Good. Let's try it. We need
All right.
2 roots glasses. Why do we have 6 rock glasses over here?
Just for craps and giggles.
And
so
you
I need the
need-
mixing.
Because this is a Manhattan.
So this is a Manhattan.
You need the chocolate
And you need
liqueur,
Yes,
which is
so-
Trader Vic's chocolate liqueur. It's a beautiful bottle.
Are you trying to get my attention on something?
No. Why am I trying to get your attention?
Well, you said you needed something. Because I'm the director who runs and gets you ice that you forget.
All I need is your love.
All right, so David said hush around, and it was significantly more than tipsy. Yeah, we a little bit, especially me because I've been drinking a lot before David got over here. I've been trying a lot of cocktails that night, and whoo, yeah. All right, so we're gonna start off with 4 ounces of whiskey,
Good.
and
What are we using?
I'm going to use the New Riff single barrel rye. Tried it with, and I typically like a rye in Manhattan anyway.
Yeah.
Tried it with a Woodford Reserve rye. Tried it with an Elijah Craig rye. It was okay. Then we tried it with Catoctin Creek straight rye, and it was like, okay, we're on the right track now. So this is a New Riff single barrel rye coming out of Kentucky. This is coming in at 103.7 proof.
Okay.
It is a 100. I believe it's 100% rye mash bill on this, and it is really freaking good. It is bottled in bond, by the way, if I'm not mistaken. I think everything coming out of New Riff is bottled in bond. No, I'm sorry, it's not. Obviously, it's not bottled in bond. It's more than 100 proof.
Ah.
But it is aged at least 4 years. They do the same process
Sure.
on it. So all right,
So 4 ounces.
and it's because I'm doing 2.
Yeah. Ooh, that sounds good. Oh, look at that. Oh, there you go.
And you know what I probably should have done? I probably should have went ahead and just put the ice cubes in first.
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah. All right.
I'll take it.
So let's go ahead and drop a couple of
Squeeze it over here
Yeah,
between the
and I'm just using the
microphone.
big cubes in this too.
Don't let it splash. Hey, you let it splash.
I did. Hey, Miss Director, can we get some paper towels, please?
Yeah. Drop it.
Oh, or that towel will be good. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. All right, so then we're going to do 2 ounces of sweet vermouth.
Sweet. Do it.
Sweet vermouth.
Because we can move this out the way. Oh. How's everybody doing
Have you had a
for
Manhattan
Christmas?
behind? Have you had a Manhattan before?
Yeah. I make them all the time.
You make Manhattans all the
Yeah.
time? Okay.
I make them at my place.
All right.
I don't make them here.
Then I'm going to do 1.5 ounces of chocolate liqueur.
Chocolate.
Chocolate
Sorry, my leg was itching.
liqueur.
How's everybody's Christmas week going so far? Is everybody off from work tomorrow? I would assume. Oh, that looked good. Just 1 ounce?
Just 1.5 ounces.
1.5 ounces.
So if you're doing a
Why's the
one,
bottle
just
sticky?
cut this in half. Well,
It's super sticky.
It's super sticky. All right, and I need the orange bitters.
Got you right here.
All right, so we're gonna do, because we're again doubling, so I'm gonna do 6 dashes. That's
Give or
rough.
take. Yep.
Give or take, roughly.
Yeah,
That was
rustic.
coming out a little bit. It's rustic. It's
Super rustic.
super rustic. All right, so and now we're just gonna stir.
Looks good. Stir until it gets somewhat cold.
I mean, you could shake it. I used to shake Manhattans all the time,
Yeah.
but I found when I was doing this, doing these, that stirring it doesn't dilute the cubes as much. Don't melt as much when you're stirring.
Yeah.
So it doesn't dilute the drink as much. It's really freaking good. I'm telling you, that old fashioned, that's like freaking. That's a holiday cocktail. Right there.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait for this. I can clear the old palate.
All right. I know it takes a while. We can't cut off.
It's like a minute. It's like a minute and a half. You basically start until you have condensation somewhere on the side of the glass.
Yeah, so it gets nice and cool. And then we go on you want to put a couple of cherries in there?
Yeah.
At the bottom. While you do that, I'm going to catch up. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, Nicole. Yeah, missed the name. David. Yes, you're correct. Yes, it is. Brandon. Yes, it's a chocolate Manhattan. Yeah, Dave said high rye and the chocolate Manhattan was key. Yeah, without it, yeah, it was just something was missing without it. Do a rye instead of a bourbon, and do a straight rye. Don't mess around with the Old Forester, with the Woodford Reserve rye or the Elijah Craig rye. They're good ryes. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
They just don't work in this drink.
Dropped a couple bada bing cherries. I want some. Thank you. Thank you so much. What's the name of this one?
Chocolate Manhattan.
Chocolate Manhattan.
My chocolate Manhattan.
Ryan's Chocolate Manhattan.
Yeah. So I started out, and I'm going to be honest. So I started out with a recipe I found online for it, and then it altered. Actually, it was called the Brandy Chocolate Manhattan, and I changed everything around. Like it had brandy in it and everything else. Switched that out for the chocolate liqueur.
Yeah.
Went from chocolate bitters to orange bitters. Just changed the whole thing out. I mean, there again, I went through probably
smells good
5 or 6 different iterations of this.
Yeah.
To get here.
It does smell really good.
Cheers.
All right, cheers. That's well balanced.
Very well balanced, isn't it?
Yeah. It's basically like I see each door that the flavor is, and I can pick each flavor out. It's weird. If I didn't know that you had put those ingredients in, I would have been able to pick it out.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that.
I mean, I'm not like necessarily wanting to a whole lot of like chocolatey drinks and everything. But this I really like.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
And it comes through. I think the chocolate comes through, obviously. That rye cuts through.
It does.
Gives you that nice little spicy note. Just gives you, I don't know, some complexity, some a little bit of I don't know, just that subtle little note in there.
You can definitely pick the rye out.
And then for me, I pick up on like a dark chocolate, like on the finish, there's this like dark chocolate note, almost a coffee note.
Yeah.
Coming in, which I absolutely love.
No, I get the dark chocolate, like the somewhat bitter aftertaste that dark chocolate gives you. I can pick that up. It might be because of something else too, but
definitely,
or just the bitters that are in it.
I'll bring you one over, Dave.
No, Dave, you walk over here and get it yourself.
Well, like I said, it's the best rye drink he's had. So I mean, you butter him up a little bit. Butter up.
Well, by God,
I'm not past being bribed with flattery.
So you like butter? Let me pour some of this butter bourbon on you. Why do we have simple syrup out here?
I don't know. I just was grabbing stuff.
Okay.
And I couldn't remember whether I needed it or I didn't.
What's this right here?
That is the first batch of buttered bourbon.
Oh, okay.
So I first tried butter washing bourbon with the Maker's Mark. And it's very, very good. But when I made the old fashioned, I was like, I typically make it with 100 proof.
Yeah.
And Maker's is coming in at 90. So I grabbed the Old Forester 100, which I think works extremely well.
Yeah.
With this. And decided to make with that instead.
I don't know which one I like more. They're both really good.
Oh man.
I think the old fashioned smells better.
Yeah.
But I don't have a favorite of which one I like more.
It's two completely different.
It is.
Yeah.
It's not fair to compare them. You compare the smells. I do like this one better on the smell. But again, it's just two different cocktails.
Yeah. I mean, this has got that. They're both really well balanced, but in totally different ways. This has got all, I mean, obviously it's butter bourbon. It's got that buttery, salty, citrus notes. I mean, just really, really good.
I know. While these are good,
Yes,
and granted they are very good,
they're very good.
my favorite still is the maple syrup old fashioned.
That is really good.
Now,
It is really good.
I understand we should try new things.
Yes.
Expand the palate, so to speak. But god dang, the maple syrup old fashioned is just it's hands down my favorite. And guys, in case you're wondering, it's just like a regular old fashioned, except you are replacing the simple syrup with regular actual maple syrup, not the pancake syrup, maple syrup. And then you make an old fashioned, and it's so good.
It is, yeah, it is really good.
Mhm.
Move a couple things over here so I'm not blocking everything. Yeah. And so I'm going to say that, okay, so with the buttered bourbon old fashioned, or the brown butter old fashioned, I really, really like it.
Yeah.
This is something that I would have one of and then switch to something else. I'd have one of these in the evening, really enjoy it.
Yeah.
And then I would switch it over to something else. Oh, yeah. God, that's good. That's really good.
Very good. Try not to bourbon burp, because I know the director's just aching to see us burp.
Now this I could sip on this, a couple of these.
It's a good sipper. Yeah.
Like this is yeah.
I keep going back and
I could get in just sipping on this, a couple of these all evening long.
Why does it remind me of a public library? I don't know why. I think for some reason there's a taste in there that
Public
reminds
library.
me. Yeah, that nostalgic.
Does it
feeling
taste
of-
like an old book?
I don't know what it is. It's like the smell. It smells like an old public library, which is not. Don't take it wrong. Don't take it. That's not a bad thing. It's that nostalgia. Everybody's different. You're gonna smell something different if for some reason it's nostalgically bringing me back to when we used to go to the library. I don't know why.
Really?
I think we used to drink a lot when we were kids.
So we're going having some old fashions.
That's
some
what we're going to the
Manhattans in
library,
the
yeah.
library.
Some guy behind the Dewey Decimal System or whatever the Dewey Decimal say. Like it's a real thing that you can stand behind. The guy that helped you with the Dewey Decimal System, he was like, "Hey, you guys want some rye?" Yes, sir, Mr. Stranger. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I think it's. See, in this thing, I can't choose a favorite because they really are so different.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what is my favorite.
Derringer. I'm just gonna say that's one of those bottles that is just like, I don't. It makes you feel like it's the holidays.
I hate that it's $80. I wish this was one of the $30 to $40 to $50 bottles.
Yeah,
because I'd have about 10 of them.
Yeah, it is really, really good though. Like so freaking good.
Yeah. And I started out the night with it, and I'm going to finish out. Not that we're about to finish, but I'm going to finish. What are we talking about now? We're talking about holiday bourbons.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean that's the okay. So I mean, this is like, to me, this weekend got lots of family events. Gonna be coming home after the family events, sitting down, having a drink, maybe sitting up by the fire table, grab a cigar or something. If I'm going for a cocktail, in all honesty, this weekend, because it's Christmas weekend, you want to do something special.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, this isn't like every other weekend of the year. Do something, go out just a little bit, have a little bit of fun, go for it. I'm thinking either one of these I'm going to go for this weekend. Tonight, for some reason, this chocolate Manhattan is just hitting the spot. It's doing it for me tonight. It's really doing it for me tonight.
Dirty hands on your throat.
Like I can see myself sitting out with a cigar, sitting up by the fire table with that this weekend.
Okay,
most definitely. But then there's just like, I mean, I'm a bourbon lover. I love cocktails, but I'm going to more often than not, I'm drinking just straight bourbon.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are the bottles that I'm going to be grabbing this weekend? What am I thinking about and grabbing for?
What are you thinking about grabbing this weekend?
All right, so I've got like 3 bottles I know for a fact I'm going to be drinking on. I've already started drinking on some.
Is one of them Maker's Mark FAE01?
It is.
So I have this sitting in a decanter right now. I've already opened it and I've taken a few drinks out of it. And as it decants, proper term, it is growing more smooth.
Yeah.
I should have brought my decanter, man.
You should have.
I'm sorry. I should have brought it because it mellowed out 1920.
Yeah.
Made it a lot smoother. And it's done wonders for my FAE01. So,
And
I'll bring
FA1
it
is just
next
so
time.
freaking good.
It is.
I mean, this is what was it? 2 weeks ago that we did that we tasted through what we were thinking our top 5 for the year.
Yeah.
And this is what we both picked blind.
Yeah.
For our top 5 for the year. I mean, this is our number 1 so far this year. This was it.
Yeah.
And it is so freaking good. I absolutely love this.
I had a very expensive taste that blind.
Yeah.
Because it was FAE01, and then my number 2
I think both of ours was number 2, wasn't it? And then it's number 3 that was different.
my number 3 was still expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
My number 3 was Rare Breed.
My number 3 was more one of the kind of a harder to find bottle.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? I'm trying to think, what was it?
I can't remember what it was, but it was it was like $100 bottle. It was harder to find.
Yeah, I can't remember. We have to go back and look.
We've done so many drinkings.
We drank too much.
You remember what it was, director? I can't remember what it was. I don't know. I'll remember it as we continue the live stream.
Yeah. I think Brandon wants to know where you picked this up. What you're asking about, Brandon? The Derringer?
Well, we can tell them both. So the RH Derringer or Rabbit Hole Derringer, you can pick it up pretty much
anywhere.
So they make 4 or 5.
Yeah, I think 4 or 5. Well, on a rate, what you can see on a regular basis, there are 4 different
4
varieties.
different ones. You've got a rye, which is a green label.
Too.
Yeah, and you've got 2 different mash bills with the blue and the black label of just straight bourbon. And this is RH Derringer. So this is the most expensive bottle that they sell, I guess, as of right now in this series.
Yeah, and as a regular production.
Yeah. And this is the Burgundy label. This is finished in peak sherry casks, and it gives it that super sweet flavor. It's sherry. It's finished in sherry casks. It's fantastic, dude.
Okay. So here's the thing: it's twice finished in new toasted and charred American oak barrels, and Pedro Jimenez sherry casks, never chill filtered, as it should be. I mean, that's freaking good stuff right there.
This is my 3rd bottle. The first bottle that I got, we killed that bottle in less than 2 days. Well,
it was
not all of us. Yeah, not just us. It was you, me, and John.
Yeah, true.
And Sherry.
Sure.
Shannon had 2 good sized pours of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was 4 of us, but we dusted this bottle off quick.
Yeah.
I had to go get another one.
It's so good.
And another one after that. So if I find
and I know, Brandon, I don't know where you're at, but I know like around us, Greens has it in stock. I saw it there. Cash price is actually under $80.
Good.
Slightly. Not much far.
But if you're in Greenville, Wine Express, they've got them. That's actually where I got one of my first bottles.
Yeah. Most of the large, at least around us, most liquor stores will carry that.
Yeah.
Especially your big box ones like Total Wine typically has it.
Yeah.
Most of the bigger kind of local ones or regional places have it.
And this is my pick for 2021. This bottle didn't come out in 2021, but as for the first time I tried it in the year 2021, it is my favorite for this year. And there were so many that came close to taking that top spot, and then I just found this one super late in the game, and that stole it. I mean, we still have 7 days, 8 days left before the end of the year. I could find something else that I like more.
Okay, you're an Anderson. Yeah, if any of the larger stores down there should have it.
Yeah.
Should have it in stock. Or if you're up this direction, I know for a fact Total Wine on Woodruff Road has it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Um,
This
but,
right here is FAE01 Maker's Mark. You can get this pretty much anywhere. It's one of the.
It's hard to find right at
It
the moment.
is.
It's a month ago you could find it in multiple stores, had it on the shelf.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to find now. The FAE02, the fall release, I'm still seeing it on the shelves. It's
Yeah.
there. You can pick it up. I like FAE02. It's very good. I like FAE01 better. I honestly, so in my head, prior to 2 weeks ago when we did that blind, I thought that this was going to be my number one pick for this year because I absolutely freaking love. This is the Woodford Reserve Master Collection batch proof, and this is the 119.8 proof.
120 proof.
Yeah, this is the. I'm just going to refer to it. This is the ghost.
It is.
batch.
Yeah, it is.
Because you cannot find any information about it
No.
online. At least when we first got it a month ago. What was that? What was it about a month ago?
About a month ago, yeah.
About a month ago when we picked it up, you couldn't find any information on it
No.
online anywhere. I mean, not even the Woodford Reserve
Woodford Reserve
Website.
website.
the
Them worldwide internets.
I always want to say Woodruff Road. The
Yes.
the Woodford Reserve website had nothing. Like I looked all over the place for it, and the only thing I could find online about it was the actual filing with the federal government for the label of it. I found that paperwork online.
Yeah, and we're talking about someone that does massive. You've researched more than anybody I've ever seen.
Yeah. That's what I do all day. I
He'd only
look at
find the
spreadsheets and I
filing
research stuff.
This is actually hard to find. This bottle. This came through Costco, and we were lucky enough to get the very last bottle.
Yeah.
It's a good story. We've told it before,
Yeah.
but fantastic. This is so good. This one. So
God, it's good.
to put it into somewhat of perspective, to give you a frame of reference,
Yes,
this
David.
right here took second place in Whiskey Advocates, I think top 20 for the year. FAE01 did. Number one was, we don't have it, it's actually in the closet. It's Nick Offerman's Lagavulin 11 year.
Yeah.
That took number one.
See, that surprises me because I feel like that peated Scotch is so.
It's different. It's hard to compare the two.
Well, I think it's divisive in the sense of you have to be into peated
Yeah.
smoke to want to think that's great.
And it's tough too.
Yeah. And I mean,
it's-
if you're not into
it's
peated
good.
Scotch, then you're just not going to
Yeah.
like it. Because I mean,
It's way
Yeah.
too overpowering for me because I'm not too much into peated Scotch. But I mean, it's good. I will say that. But if I had a choice, this took second place.
Yeah.
The FAE01. This took second place, and for good reason. It's fantastic. It took first place with us when we did a blind.
Yeah.
Um,
then, see, that's where I thought that this would be my. If you asked me and we hadn't done that blind,
Yeah.
I would say this is my number one. This is my pick for the year of 2021 releases that I've tried. This is my number one favorite. Love it. This would have been my second.
yeah.
It ended up this in a blind. This is my first.
Yeah.
And I think this was came up second for me in a blind.
Oh, my number three was the what's it, the E series? What is it called? Episode 34.
Oh yes, yeah, that's right. Yes, the single barrel. The
That stuff was good.
God, that stuff is so freaking good.
I want some more
It's so
right
good.
now, but I know it's an expensive bottle and you just can't find them. What is it called?
It is the Pursuit series.
Pursuit series.
Yes.
Episode
Pursuit series,
34.
Episode 34.
That stuff
If
is
you
so
want to find
good.
some, go on sealbox.com. And Sealbox is SEELBACH.
Yeah, like you're clubbing a still.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Is it really SEE?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, like you're
SEE.
clubbing a still.
No, SEE.
Yeah, like a still. Like you're clubbing a still.
Yeah. And box is BACHS. Sealbox.com, not BOX.
Yeah, like a cardboard box.
You see what I'm dealing with here?
Yeah, BOCHES, like a cardboard box.
BACH.
Yeah, what did I say?
BOCH.
Yeah, like a cardboard box, like
Yeah.
an Amazon box.
Yeah. Go to sealbox.com. Number one, they've got some phenomenal deals.
Yeah.
Well, I say deals. They have some great some great selections, and they don't overcharge for it. They're not charging secondary pricing for everything. So you can pick up new riffs. You can pick them up at the same price that they are in the store. They're not, they're not charging $70-$80 for it like a lot of secondary places would. They're charging $40 for a bottle, $50 for a bottle, same price that you would pick it up if you were picking up a retail store. But you can pick up that's where you can pick up the Pursuit series of bourbons, which is coming out. Those are the guys over at
episode 34. Then.
No, that episode is gone. So that was
what's the difference between each episode though? What's episode now? What do you think they'd be on?
Well, there's multiple. Like I was looking on there yesterday, the day before. I think they have 2 or 3 different episodes on there, and I think one was like a episode 37. One's like episode 63 or something like that.
Is it going to be that different?
Yeah. So each episode is a different barrel.
Okay.
So they go through and they're going to all different kinds of distilleries, and they're buying a barrel at a time. And some of the distilleries will allow them to disclose where it's coming from. So like one of the bottles I saw on Seal Box is from Woodinville. They were able to disclose that's a barrel from Woodinville.
Yeah.
But there are, sorry, I dropped my
I'm going to pour some of this into your Glencairn because I pour way too much.
So, and then there are other, like with episode 34 that we have, they're not able to disclose what distillery that barrel came from. But each episode is a different barrel. So you get just a totally different experience from each one.
Yeah.
And that's what I absolutely love about it. Is this mine?
That's yours. Yeah. That's yours. I'm laughing at me because I poured way too much.
Yeah. I'm definitely going for it. Like
it's good.
This weekend, this is happening this weekend. Probably too much, but this is happening this weekend.
What do we got? We got to bring Mom something. What do we bring?
We do.
I'm going to bring this over and let her have a sip. You can bring this over and let her have a sip.
Okay. So then the other thing that I'm going after, so you know me, I'm not going to sip on just one thing.
Yeah. Oh, right? Yeah, me either.
Is I fell in love with this Contradiction Rye.
Oh my God.
I told you.
You've been drinking this, man.
I've been drinking on that.
Let me get some. Hang on. I do want some of this.
This stuff is so freaking good. Like, I'm not a huge, outside of like for mixers, I'm not a huge rye fan. I'm not just going to sit down and drink a Glencairn of rye typically. That's what shocked me about this when we tried it at the Hog and Barrel Festival.
Yeah.
And then I went and picked up this bottle and like, dang, it wasn't just that night. This stuff is just freaking phenomenal.
I remember this being extremely good.
It's so
for
good.
A rye. And if talking to bourbon people, if you're not a rye fan, you're not going to like rye. I'm not too much of a rye fan. This is daggum good.
This is a rye for bourbon drinkers.
Yeah.
That's what this is. This is absolutely a rye for bourbon drinkers. It is so good. I'm telling you.
Drinking Kool-Aid, man.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's drinking Kool-Aid. What is the oh, it's 105 proof.
Yeah, coming to 105 proof. But
it literally tastes like an 80 proof. That's how it doesn't taste like an 80 proof. It goes down like an 80 proof.
Yes, you don't feel the heat.
Don't feel it at all.
No.
You get all the flavors. And it's somewhat oily. So it's a nice coating. Yep.
And so it's non-chill filtered. And so this is a blend of straight rye whiskeys that's coming out of Smooth Ambler up in West Virginia. So let's see here. Yeah, so it's a blend of straights. See if it gives anything. This particular bottle is coming out of batch number 33, and it was bottled by Sarah.
Yeah, Lord, that's good.
This
it just keeps coming in waves.
Yeah. What I love even more about this is only like $38.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
the price I wish DH damage.
Yes.
Damage was.
This is the price that I will drink on this and not feel guilty about it and go pick me up another bottle.
It doesn't break the bank.
No.
You can go buy a couple bottles and you can make your mortgage the next day.
Yeah. I mean, okay, let's be real. I can buy 2 of these for the price of that or the price of this. And as much as I love both of those, this is that no guilt
Yeah,
Kinda
no guilt.
no guilt pour, and it's so freaking good.
I'm gonna pour me some peanuts or some cashews. Put the rest of them down.
Oops, sorry, ketchup here. Yes, yeah. So we're talking about peated Scotch. David, yes, peated Scotch is delicious in its own right. It's like all things, it has a place in. Yes, I agree with you 100%. For me, peated Scotch, I've got a peated Irish whiskey in there, which is really good. But to me, that's like when I'm sitting there smoking a cigar around a bonfire. That's when those heavy smoked peated whiskeys really shine for me.
If I'm gonna have a cigar, Acres.
That's what I want to
is
try.
doing it. Yeah.
I have not tried Acres with a cigar. I want to try it because it's got that smoke. And so we were over talking. I was talking to David the other night, and so that's where we're talking about how's it getting that just that meatiness, that smokiness to it. And he's talking about they actually age it like restaurant. The kitchen is sitting there, and then above the kitchen is where the guy's office is, his still,
so
and
all that
where
smoke
he's
is like seeping through
Yes.
the floor.
and that's where he puts all the barrels to age. I'm like, that's how it's happening.
No wonder.
That's why it tastes like freaking steak, like a steakhouse.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good, though.
Sounds good, man.
It is really good.
I almost asked for one, but I don't want to dilute my whatever my taste buds.
Nicole said, "What's that one called? Which one are you talking about, Nicole?"
This one, probably the Contradiction Rye. The last one.
Yeah, Smooth Ambler Contradiction Rye is that one? If that's the one you're talking about.
If this is the one you're talking about. Well,
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. And I have their Contradiction Bourbon too. And that's the rye. Yeah, that's the Contradiction Rye.
We'll put it up here again. Smooth Ambler Contradiction Rye. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. It's so good.
But if you want something really good,
Yeah. That's good too.
Rabbit Hole Derringer, some DH Derringer. You guys got to get you a bottle. Got to find you somebody that's got a bottle. Try it first. Go pick you something.
It is super good. It's a Contrast Distillery in Simpsonville just announced its grand opening January. All right, Contrast Distillery in Simpsonville opening up January 6th. We are going. I think we need to plan on being there.
We do.
Yes, we will plan on being there.
We have a couple different distillery tours we're gonna end up taking. Might try to film some of it. Maybe make it like a vlog style. Put it out as a video.
Yeah, because I know we're going to do. We're going to go to Contrast Distillery in Simpsonville. We got to check that out, and then we need to go over to 6 and 20.
6 and 20, yep.
Check them out as well. So
I'm sitting here killing these lagoons, man.
David said AJ still hasn't shared the Derringer with me yet.
Girl, you better get over here and try some. Do it right now. I'll get up and walk to the door and give you a bottle.
A bottle?
I give you a Glencairn.
You better take him up on that, David.
Are you coming over here? I will get up and leave right now. And then, I'll come back to the live stream, but I'll give you a glass of like a little Glencairn. You can take it back over there. But you got to bring it back there because it's Ryan's.
Yeah. Love how he offers that. All right. So it's for me, like this weekend, I'm going to be sipping on these and probably going to be sipping on some 1920.
Yeah.
Old Forester 1920 right there. That stuff is so freaking good. And it also helps that that was a one of my Christmas presents from work. Somebody got me a bottle of 1920.
Okay.
And so, yeah. So, because I was running a little bit low right there. And so they got me one. And I'm like, heck yeah. So I have no issue going through that, finishing that bottle off this weekend.
I'm ashamed to say I only have one decanter. I actually took the rest of that 1920, poured it back in the 1920 bottle.
Did you?
Poured the FAE01 in the decanter. I got to get me a couple more decanters.
David said done.
Are you coming over here? Knock on the door when you're over here.
It's going to set the dogs off.
Oh, it's time.
Hey, right there. I think David's here. All right.
Hang on, Dave.
Hang on.
Keep going, Brian.
All right. What do I have to do? Start singing now? We got to start singing?
Just talk.
Just talk? I don't know what to do, y'all. I don't know what to do. No. So, okay. So, yeah, like this weekend, that's what I'm going to be sipping on. Maker's Mark FAO1, the Smooth Ambler Contradiction Rye, and Whiskey Row, the Whiskey Row series on Old Forester, the 1920. I don't know what it is. It's just like Christmas time. I want something that's just like full of flavor. Something that's giving a little bit of spice. That's what I love about. Can you hear my dogs? My dogs are going crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah. Got Crazy Daisy here as well. So yeah, you can hear them going crazy. You can thank David for that when he gets back over on his on the chat here. But yeah, so I mean the Contradiction Rye, it's so good. It's got that little bit of that spicy note, very fruity. It's like Christmas in a glass to me right now for some reason. It just hits all the right notes. 1920, of course, I mean, it's got that proof when it's getting cold like this in the evenings. I want something going to warm me up a little bit. That's why I like the 1920 and why I like the FEO1 because they're both coming in at basically cask strength. I mean, this is coming at 110.3 proof.
Get out of here, dogs.
Come on, AJ, you got the dogs.
Get out of here.
We got dogs in the house.
Daisy,
out.
come on, girl. Get out of here.
Our live streams get crazy.
Oh, hey, director. We weren't doing nothing.
We weren't doing nothing, Ma. We weren't doing nothing.
All live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The live stream.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Mom said, "Get David on camera because I want to see the guy you've been talking about." Still not sure if he is that weird.
I gave David some RH Derringer. He said it was
Yeah.
good too.
It is good.
I wasn't lying.
Yeah.
You know what's really good is these daggone cashews from Kirkland. These lagoons. Why are you so tall?
Are you saying lagoons or legumes?
They're what am I supposed to say?
Well, a lagoon is a body of water.
You're a body of water.
A legume with an M.
Lagoon. That's what I've been saying. Is what's right?
Legume.
I've been saying that. What?
Which are cashews legumes or is it just
Yeah.
peanuts?
I thought they were.
No, peanuts are legumes.
Yeah, peanuts are-
What do you?
Cashews are actual nuts.
From a tree.
Yeah. Peanuts are legumes. Legumes are beans.
Beans. Basically, peanut butter, your peanut butter fudge that you made is basically a bean mash.
You're a bean mash. I want some more of these beans. Oh my gosh.
There's some pretty normal comparison. He is pretty normal.
David, is it good?
Compared to us, he is, yeah. This to start for the dogs. The Derringer is delicious.
I'm telling you, man, it's so good.
It is really, really good. Yeah, I needed some of those cashews. Some of those non-legumes.
RH Derringer with cashews is good.
Oh, hang on a second.
Okay. I'm gonna hold it.
All right, test of any cocktail. Can you drink it while you're snacking? That plays really well. Now the question is,
What's the neck lines over? Is that
that's
FA?
FAEO1.
Okay. Having Derringer after these salty beans, these salty cashews. There's a weird aftertaste, but it's so good. It's so pleasant, warming and inviting.
See, both of these do well. Matter of fact, I think the old fashioned does even better with the cashews. The old fashioned.
Don't get me wrong. I like mixed drinks. I love old fashions. I'm getting better with Manhattans.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I'll take it neat.
I
love them all though. I'll take it neat more than anything.
I totally agree with you. Like I love a good old fashioned.
Mm-hmm.
Love a good Manhattan.
We both make a really good old fashioned. Basically,
Yes.
your recipe, but
But we do all kinds of variations of it.
oh,
But literally 9 times out of 10 that I'm grabbing a drink, it's just a straight up neat bourbon or whiskey. Period. That's 9 times out of 10.
I don't even put it on the rocks anymore. I just drink it straight.
Yeah, that's the same with me. I mean, nothing wrong with it. Drink it how you like it. Period. You want to put it in Coke? Put some 1920 in Coke. Do it. If that's what
No,
you
no,
like,
no.
do it.
I'll put 1920 in Coke.
Well, all I'm saying is,
Put
like,
Jesse James in Coke.
all right, so I'm just gonna say, okay, so that bottle, I did a little bit of research. Because Blair, we appreciate you. If you watched this, we really appreciate you donating that bottle to us.
We
I
did.
did some research on where it came from and everything. I
Yeah.
didn't do any pricing research on it. I thought that, I didn't really care. Because I know the typical Jesse James product is under $20 in most stores. You can pick up a regular Jesse James whiskey. I ran across that bottle in 2 different stores this week, and it was both stores was $50.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Both stores was $10 more than this bottle.
Blair had it priced at, I think,
And it's
43.
basically about the same price as 1920. Within $5 is 1920.
Blair had it priced around 43. And Blair just said he'd never tried it before.
Yeah.
He just wanted to donate it to us. He got a couple bottles in. You nailed it right on the head. You said this would be good in Coke. And here's the reason why I think it'd be good in Coke. It was so flat as a bourbon or as a whiskey.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's classified as a bourbon. It was so flat as a whiskey that you almost couldn't taste. It didn't have much of a burden because it was 80 proof, and it didn't have a lot of flavor. So if you want something to mix with Coke where you can just retain all of the Coke flavor and still get kind of buzz after about 6 of them, that's the thing you put.
Yeah.
That's the thing you use all day is that Jesse James whatever whiskey.
Yeah, but I wouldn't go for that single barrel.
No. Well, no. Do you want to mix it with Coke?
I just go with the regular product for like $16.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, don't buy a $50 bottle just to mix it
No,
with Coke.
if I'm spending $50, I'm picking up this Contradiction Rye.
Yeah.
I'm picking up something from the Whiskey Roast series for a couple bucks more. I'm spending an extra couple bucks. Or I'm getting some New Riff because I can pick up New Riff Bottle and Bond for $40. For $10 cheaper, I get a New Riff Bottle and Bond that is far superior. $50, I can pick up the New Riff single barrel, single barrel against single barrel. New Riff single barrel is freaking phenomenal for $50.
Is it sort of bragging when I say that I picked up a bottle of FAE01 at Blair's store for $60?
Yeah. Does he have any more?
He had 2 bottles.
Did you buy both?
I didn't want to be that. I didn't want to be that.
Be
jerk.
that guy, AJ.
I didn't want to be that guy.
Be that guy.
He sold that bottle of 10-year Jack Daniels. Some guy in Spartanburg wanted it and was willing to pay for it. So he sold it.
Yo, I want to try the 10-year Jack Daniels. I really do. Just for the experience of it, I'd like to do a video on it, and I want to try it.
You know what?
I'm not willing to pay $500 for it.
We're going to try something.
All right, so Mama said, so tomorrow each of you can make an old fashioned and she will judge who is better.
Oh
Who's
my
is
God.
better?
Why did I pour so much? Mom, I'm going to try something real quick. Mom, don't leave. So the old folks will know about
David said, be that guy, AJ.
You got to put the old folks on here will remember putting peanuts in Coke. You want to put some cashews in some bourbon?
In FAE01?
That's all we had at the time. Well, we have more up here, but let's just try
to get it down to like 1.
Yeah, I don't want to waste it.
I'm not going to waste it. God, that's so freaking good.
I poured way too much. You want some more?
Sure. I ain't gonna let it go waste.
Oh no,
I love that stuff.
This stuff's so good. This is what I was drinking on Monday night.
Yeah.
Dude, the cashews add some sort of complexity.
I was gonna say,
or it's the saltiness of them.
I had some cashew in my mouth when I took that sip. I don't want to.
You don't want to pour them?
I don't want to pour it in there.
You know what? I'm going to go off of what you said.
Do it.
No, I'm not going to waste it.
Move for it.
I'm not going to waste it. I'm just going to eat them straight. We got a giant container down by our feet anyway.
We got a big thing of cashews. I know. I mean,
how much did that cost? That was Costco, right?
Yeah, it's Costco. It's like $10 for.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's
That's
like
fantastic.
It's like $10 or $11, something like that.
If that were Planters, it'd be $40.
Yeah, it's under 15. I know that. It may be 12 or 13 bucks, but it's under 15 bucks for that. And they're freaking phenomenal.
They're good. They're nice and oily, nice and salty, and they got a very good taste.
Well, and they're whole.
Yeah.
They're big old giant.
They're not halves.
Not half.
Yeah. Well, some of them are. That's just in the logistics process, but it's daggum good.
Well, then also was your mom saying, "Hey, Agent Ray, I've got a date with David. We gotta go back up here in the chat. See what you guys been
Does Steve
doing."
know about this?
Okay, so next time okay. Yeah. So next time your mom's up here. Then,
Well, I'm pretty sure you guys will be moved by the time Mom and Steve come up here next.
okay, so David has an idea. Put the cashews into the Kirkland's Tennessee 7-year bourbon.
You know what? That's a good idea. I'm just so tired. I don't feel like getting it out because it's in that deep abyss of a closet.
It is that we have to find it amongst all that stuff.
I don't know where it's at right off the bat. We literally have to like pull bottles up.
I'm
Do you know
serious.
where it's at?
I have a slight idea. Hang on a minute.
That's not good enough.
I got an idea.
I'm already eating all my cashews too.
Yep.
Oh my god.
There you go.
All right. I finished my orange Derringer. I'm gonna pour water in this. I should have poured out that
It's all
gross eggnog.
AJ's Bourbon Connoisseur, another chapter in the book. ASL
As I lay dying.
As I Lay Dying.
ASL.
Now I see As I Lay Dying. Words are hard.
ASL. Were you gonna spell the whole word? ASLAYDYING 699.
Shut up.
You know what? I have a slight bit of dyslexia. I noticed that I can spell a lot better when I'm a little tipsy. The dyslexia hasn't kicked in. All right, here we go.
Really?
All right. Kirkland, Tennessee Bourbon. Good to have you, by the way, As I Lay Dying.
Yeah.
699. Welcome to the live stream, buddy. This win a blind?
It did, I think.
I think it did, yeah. This blew us. Yeah, this did. This
Just David. We're confusing. We're cluttering the table with bottles right now.
I know. All right, we'll move some of these things
We'll
off.
move them. Yeah.
Especially the ones we're not trying. We'll leave Ari Sterringer up here. We'll leave.
There we go.
Is that better? Okay. I need more beans.
Brandon said drunk spelling bee.
You don't want that. Nobody wants that.
I can't spell when I'm sober.
I can spell. Give me a word. Give me a word, Brandon. Give me a word. Give me. Give me a word. Don't matter.
Spell out a word for me in the chat, and I'll spell it for you.
Okay, you know what? All right, so hang on. I can understand why that is ridiculous to think about that, but still give me a word.
All right, so I'm going to read it to you. You're not allowed to look at the chat.
Sure. I gotta trace. I want some of this Kirkland, Tennessee first.
Hit Mo better. Brandon said cut him off.
That's so good. Cut them off. CUT.
Oh man!
Don't cut me
Did
off.
You missed the space.
I'm not drunk.
You missed. I'm not.
You said cut him off. It's cut him off.
Cut him off. Cut him off.
So the way you said it would have thrown me off and made me loose. I'm gonna get an F just now. That'd be like CUT space EM space OFF.
All right. As it lay dying says, still waiting on that invite to come down. This is Trey, by the way.
Oh, my buddy Trey. Trey owns a electronics store in Anderson. Yeah.
Very nice. Very cool.
Trey, do you have Breath of the Wild on Switch? I would really like to know that. Okay. So David said to put some cashews in this Kirkland, Tennessee. How many? We're going to go ahead and put 1, 2, 3, 4 in there. We're going to do the old swisherooski.
David, why did you have to put something up there that makes it hard for me to pronounce?
Aborigines. 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 Did I get it right? Pull that back up.
But you already read it. That's not fair.
I don't know how to spell Aborigines, though. I just know the word Aborigines. Is that Aborigines? Okay, David, I put some cashews in this there Tennessee Bourbon Kirkland 7-year.
Are you scared? You
Why did I
scared?
pick now to put the out?
Are you scared? How is it?
It's more salty.
I wonder why.
I'm going to keep this over here. That was not good. The extra salt that they poured off of them.
Corey Campbell.
What's
Hey,
up, buddy? How
buddy.
you doing, man? How you doing, buddy? How you doing, Corey?
David said he has Breath of the Wild on Switch, AJ.
Yeah, but I can't take it home.
As I lay down, so Trey said, I do not, unfortunately, sir. I'll hold the next copy for you, though.
Hold you to it, Beto. That's my buddy Trey. I like Trey.
So, all right. So, did we talk about this on the live stream? I can't remember whether we did or not.
Not on the live stream. We did this one, the number one spot during our, was it the Brown Foreman live stream? Or was it just the Everything Goes live stream? This is the Everything Goes live stream.
Yes. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that before, like we picked this up and I just picked this up on a whim because we like the Kirkland releases,
Yep.
the new bourbon releases they came out with Barton 1792.
Mm-hmm.
But this has been available for years.
Yeah,
From
we
from
did.
Costco.
Was it 5? Was it 6? Was it 8?
I think that was the night we did 8, maybe.
We did
I
a
can't remember.
pure blind.
It all runs together now.
If this is what I'm thinking of, we did a pure blind, meaning we didn't even know what bourbons were in the blind.
Yes, that's right.
It was picked at random. The director picked them. We didn't even have a say what was in them. Anything went as long as it was between proof 90
and
105 or whatever to 105.
Yeah, something like
I think this took the number one spot. This was that good.
It was in the top 2 or 3. I know
Yeah.
that for a fact. Yeah. And I was shocked at how good it is.
Mhm.
And David tried it the other night when he came over to help me taste test those cocktails and come up with that chocolate Manhattan. I mean, David can attest. It's shockingly good. I mean, for being around as long as it has been, I think this is very underrated.
Look at this store label.
Super underrated.
Store bought label. And this generic bottle. You would look at this and be like, that's some crappy $15 whiskey. No. I don't know the price on it, but it's not crappy at all.
No,
It's
man, but
fantastic.
yeah, it's small batch. Okay, so it's Tennessee straight bourbon whiskey. It's aged 7 years, coming in at 103 proof. This is a small. That doesn't look like it. That's a 1 liter bottle.
It is, yeah.
And it is surprisingly good. I have to go back and look at how much I paid for this, but it's not expensive. It's not expensive at all. It's a phenomenal value. I think that's probably one of everything I've tried this year. This could be maybe the most underrated bourbon I've tried this year.
I think it is too. This is it's in the race between this one and Maker's 101.
Yes.
I don't know. I think Maker's 101 was just such a shock because we just didn't give it a second thought.
I don't know this underrated because a lot of people like it. We just hadn't tried it.
We never tried it,
Yeah.
and it was a shock to us.
Yeah, but you
look at
never
this,
hear
so
about
you're like,
this.
no way is that good.
Yeah,
no, it was really good.
it was it was very good.
God, the Maker's FAE01 after a mouthful of nuts is just what are you laughing at? It's just hands down.
We're live. I'm being good. We can't edit this.
It's just hands down fantastic.
I bet it is. You gotta wash something, wash that down. Corey said, I'm doing all right. How you been doing?
Been doing well. What's that in your profile pic?
Uh,
You know what? I
Corey?
like you too. I like your choose
Uh, yeah, Kirkland Tennessee whiskey was the director's pick. Yes, yeah,
Yep.
I believe it was. Yeah, David said he believes it was top 2.
I want to say it was number 1.
Oh,
David,
sorry.
you might know better than we
Sorry,
do.
Mama's still here. I'm making jokes.
I'm not cussing. Not yet.
I'm making inappropriate
You're making
innuendos.
sexual jokes.
Yeah, I'm not making sexual jokes. I'm laughing at sexual jokes I can't say.
To what? Oh, because I said a mouthful of nuts. I did have a mouthful of nuts.
No. That's what she said.
Yep.
Oh man.
Woo.
All right. Matthew Bruix in the house. Hey, how's it going,
Hey,
Matthew?
Matthew, how you doing?
What's the best whiskey for a beginner? Only tried an old fashioned once and didn't like it. Ooh,
For a beginner.
For a beginner.
Serious talk. I
mm.
don't know, man.
So here, okay.
We basing off a price point. We basing off of proof points.
So here's what I would ask first is, okay, have you only tried an old fashioned? Have you ever tried any other whiskey besides besides a mixed drink? If you haven't tried any other whiskey besides a mixed drink, I would point you in one direction. If you've tried something else, have you tried Jim Beam, Jack Daniels?
That's what I was about to say. It's
Evan
like,
Williams.
have you tried the $15 Jack?
Yeah.
If you have, you're probably not going to like bourbon because that's not a good starting off point. Yeah, price wise, yeah. But like a good starting off point with not a too harsh of proof point, I think is Old Forester 1910.
Okay, so I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Hang on a minute.
Go for it. Go out on the limb.
Because I'm gonna go for a transitional.
Go for it. What you got for it? Is that Makers? What's that?
Nope. Nope. This is your gateway. Okay, so let's get rid of this. This is what I would suggest as a gateway into bourbon.
Because it's a very low proof point.
Yes.
Not harsh burn.
Is Evan Williams honey. That may
This is a liqueur, not a whiskey.
That may rock some whiskey aficionados and everything else. But here's what I'm gonna say. This is where I started getting into bourbon and whiskey. Because I was a beer drinker. I liked wine. I wasn't into bourbon, whiskey, or anything like that. I had tried a scotch. I was like, it's okay. Started drinking some of this, put it on over some ice. It's like, dang, that's really good. I like that. And then started getting my taste buds used to that even though this is very sweet, it's honey and everything, but
Also,
getting used to the proof.
Pretty
because
cheap
this is
too.
Yeah. You can pick this.
This is a massive bottle. You can pick up a smaller bottle for a lot cheaper.
Yeah, you can pick up a small bottle for like $15.
Yeah.
And so this kind of starts to get you used to the proof of what whiskey is going to come
70.
in. Yeah, this is 70. To be a bourbon, you need to be 80. To be a whiskey, you need to be 80. So this is going to edge you up into that proof point of where whiskeys are going to be at that 80 proof point, coming in at 70. Going to kind of edge you into that.
Yeah.
Still has all that sweetness, so you're going to have less burn. Put it over ice, it's going to be really, really good.
Once you get used to that, you have to put a little bit more money towards the next bottle. But once you can get, I guess, your tongue acclimated to the burn, you have to pick up some of this Old Forester 1910. I'm telling you, this is exploding with flavor. It's not too harsh of a burn. It's actually very mildly smooth. It's 93 proof. So it's 23 points higher than this. But I'm going to tell you, at $55, this is some of the best bourbon.
Okay, so let's have this conversation. Okay, so think about this. Okay, so you came over here. We started dropping videos back in July. Like 1st of July was the first videos I ever filmed. You started coming over and start hanging out and doing videos with me mid-July, something like that.
Probably, yeah.
So, yeah, probably mid-July of this year. So about 6 months ago, roughly.
Yeah.
5-6 months ago. And when you started coming over, you weren't really into bourbon.
Well, no, I used to drink. Here's the thing. You got the people that do Jim Beam, Jack Daniels, and Crown Royal.
Mm-hmm.
I was Crown Royal, and I was a sherry drinker.
Okay.
So I didn't start off with beer because I don't like beer.
But we tried a lot. We tried some of the bourbons that we talk about a lot here, and you're like, okay. But when I pulled this out,
Yeah.
you like this a lot.
Oh yeah, because it's just basically honey to me.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a great. I think it's a great.
It's a great
gateway.
starting. It's a great gateway. Yeah.
So over
great
Thanksgiving,
jumping off
I had a
point.
lot of family, and the first time I had 5 of my 6 brothers in for Thanksgiving this year. And one of my brothers, he's like, okay, what, beginner into bourbon, what would you go for? And I had him try. I mean, we just opened up the closet. Hey, what do you guys want to try? Whatever you guys want to try, you can try. And ran them through 1910, some old Woodford Reserve Double Oak, which I think are phenomenal beginner bourbons. But he isn't quite to that proof point yet, even to that 90, 93 proof point. He's not there yet.
Is this the only reason why we're suggesting this to help people get acclimated?
Yeah,
that
if you have not even gotten into bourbons yet, like you like tried an old fashioned and wasn't really a big fan of that, I think you need to start here. This is where I started. I gave him a small Glencairn of this. He tried it and he was like, "Oh, I like that. I like it a lot." And he went home and he got him a bottle of this. And he's not a whiskey drinker, bourbon drinker, anything like that.
Who was it one of the brothers?
Yeah, it was my oldest brother.
Okay. You know, Greg didn't like this.
No.
He preferred the pickle whiskey.
Yeah, but that's my
What
cousin.
a weirdo.
My cousin's weird.
He liked the wicked pickle more than he did this one. I'm pretty sure, if I can remember correctly, he was like,
but
I mean, it's okay, but
But his wife Jen loved this.
she loved that. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
She's not a whiskey drinker either. But yeah, this is where, for someone who hasn't even really gotten into that, this kind of, I think, edges you in to that proof.
It does,
because I mean, you're
Helps you
coming
get-
up from beer and wine. I mean, you're coming up a lot of proof.
yeah. From what at most 12% alcohol in a beer
Yeah.
to 70%.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
that
not
alcohol is going to
70%.
kick you in the butt that
35%.
first time.
Yeah.
And this, I just think is that you play around with the ice, play around with that, and put this over a big ice cube, sit down, because it is with the honey liqueur. It's very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little coating
Yeah.
on mouthfeel because of that honey liqueur. Because this is Evan Williams bourbon mixed with honey liqueur. That's what brings the proof point down, because the honey liqueur is a lower proof point. And Evan Williams straight bourbon, I think, is coming in at 80. So that's why the proof is coming down from 80 to 70. So it gets if you're drinking it sweet, straight, it could be a little clawingly sweet. Throw it over an ice cube. This stuff's freaking good.
Yeah.
It's great to just sit there and just sip on. I'd still do it today. I mean, even though I've gotten into a lot of other bourbons, this is still a great bourbon. That's why I keep this in. That's why I keep this in the closet.
Unfortunately, this would taste like water to what? Well, it tastes like a honey water to us. The burn, we've become so acclimated with the burn from the higher proof points that this, but that's the whole reason why we suggest this kind of right off the bat, is because one of the common misconceptions when it comes to bourbon is like people don't like it because there's like a strong burn to it. They taste that burn because they're usually drinking some sort of cheap bourbon that's not that great in flavor. It's just burning for the sake of burning. And they're like, oh gosh, I don't like it because it burns too much. Guys, start out with something more mild that's got a little bit of flavor to it. And this is kind of the perfect jumping off point. Helps your tongue become acclimated to the burn so you can kind of bump up to a higher proof, and it doesn't turn you off completely.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what we suggest this one, and then kind of go up. What would be your next step after this? My next step would be a 93 proof 1910, because this is an explosion of flavor when it comes to honey. This is just an explosion of flavor when it comes to the distilling process and how they made it. They captured what they should have. They captured all the flavors possible into a great bourbon at a reasonable price, and you can buy it anywhere.
So I would say I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with stepping up to a 1910 at 93 proof. I think I would definitely. You dropped the cashew.
I dropped my
That's right.
cashew.
The dogs will get it later.
Yeah.
I would stay in that 80 to 90 proof range. I wouldn't go above the 93. I would experiment a little bit.
Yeah.
I would go with a Woodford Reserve, just a straight up Woodford Reserve.
That rocks at about 90, yeah.
Yeah. I would try Maker's Mark, 90 proof.
Yeah.
I would try just a straight up Old Forester 86. That's cheap. It's 86 proof.
Yeah.
You can pick that up for about $20 for a fifth of it. And it's really, really good. It's a great starter to kind of start edging up.
Yeah.
I would never, if you're starting out after here, I wouldn't go above 93 would be about the max for the next one. I would keep in that 80 to 90 proof range.
Yeah.
Try a couple things because
Well,
with
this doesn't
bourbon,
drink like a 93 either.
no, but
Well,
here's the thing.
what's
So
that?
the Old Forester, but if you try Old Forester and you like that profile, you're going to love this.
Mhm.
You're going to like the Woodford Reserve. You could also try just a Four Roses Yellow Label because you might like that rye profile.
Yeah.
Going to the Woodford or to the Maker's Mark, it's a wheated bourbon. So they're switching out the rye and the mash bill for wheat. And you may just fall in love with that wheated mash bill. Larceny. David loves Larceny. That's his go-to because he loves a wheated bourbon. He's not a big fan of Makers, but he loves Larceny. So
David, have you ever had Blue Label Wellers?
you can try a few different things. Just because you don't like one doesn't mean you won't like another, because every distillery and then every variation from the distillery is going to have different flavor profiles. So try some mini bottles, or go to a bourbon exchange, head out to the bar, go to the bar and try a few pours from that's the cheapest way to get into it.
Yeah.
Is if you go to a bar that's got a good selection, try a couple different pours in an evening over a meal.
Yep.
That's a good way to do it. Alex Bain is here. What's up,
What's
Alex?
up, Alex? Merry Christmas, buddy. Merry Christmas, buddy.
Yep. Evan Williams, honey. Evan, we have it on the table, buddy.
Good stuff, man.
Is that a Santa or a elf hat?
That is both.
That's an elf hat.
That's
an elf hat.
Alpha.
All right. What would you suggest to step up for a Jack drinker? I really enjoy the charcoal taste that Jack has. Have you tried a Jack single barrel?
Also, how much further in price do you want to go up?
Yeah.
Like a regular bottle of 750 ml Jack is what? 20-ish?
15, 16 bucks.
15-ish?
Something, depending on the store you go to. So it's under $20.
If you just want to go up to about $30, $35, because you're obviously stepping it up. There's just so many to pick from. Four Roses has got some good stuff, and they're not too expensive. I wouldn't go with Old Forester because you're up into the 55s. But you can go Four Roses. They got some stuff that's
you can go Old Forester 100.
You could go
Old Forester 100.
Like Old Forester 100.
You don't like it, but we both pick it in blinds constantly in our top three.
We do
Constantly in our top three blinded.
I'll take that back. I'll do like Old Forester 100. It's the bottled in bond I don't like.
Oh,
that's also 100 proof.
It's the 1897 bottled bond that you're not a big fan of.
Not a big fan of that.
But the Old Forester 100, we pick it as in our top three consistently in every blind we've done with it. We pick it in our top three, and that's a $20-ish bottle of bourbon. That's a great one. If you haven't tried the single barrel, Jack Daniel's single barrel is really good too.
So Trey, let me ask you this: are you looking to go up past Jack Daniel's in proof points and price point? Because Jack Daniel's is 80 proof. That's the Old Forester 100 is 100 proof, so it's stronger, but it's not even that more expensive. But it's better. It's so much better. Jack Daniel's is no disrespect to Jack Daniel's. Jack Daniel's is good in its own right. It's good for if you just want to get sauced for the sake of getting sauce. It's good as a mixed drink. But when you start to get into more of, I hate to sound like this because it sounds like a snob at times. But once you expand your palate past Jack Daniel's, Jim Beam, even Maker's Mark, some of the Maker's Marks, like the very low proof Maker's Marks.
Straight up Maker's Mark. Yeah, once you
start drinking things that cost more money, you begin to understand why we talk so highly of them.
Well, and here's what I say is it's not a matter of just because it costs more that's better, because there's a lot of $20 to $30 ones that are phenomenal.
Jesse James, $50.
Well, Jesse James $50, and it ain't worth it.
It's not good.
My absolute go-to, this, even though I consistently don't pick it as number one in the blind, but I was drinking it earlier tonight, is Early Times Bottled and Bond. It's a freaking, I saw it at Greens today. It's $22 at Greens for a
And it's
liter
so
of
good.
it. It's so good.
Yeah.
That is my go-to pour in an evening. I just want a quick pour when I'm, kids are in bed and I just want to have a drink while I'm watching the TV. I'm grabbing some Early Times Bottle and Bond. $22 for a liter of it.
Is this 1.75?
Matthew Brooks usually prefer wine of Kirkland vodka or Jose Cuervo, but I wanted to diversify into brown liqueur. FYI, AJ, I'm Sarah Corey's boyfriend. Okay.
Oh! All right. It was the last name that was throwing me off. I know Matthew. Yeah, I know Matthew.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy? Welcome to the live stream, man.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely I would step up from this into
Wine's not bad. Vodka, I can't do vodka. Vodka's what? What's the old famous saying that somebody said? Vodka only exists for the sake of making a fruity drink alcoholic.
basically, but that's I can't say anything. There's vodka in the closet.
What vodka is that? That's not Kirkland, though.
No, but Kirkland vodka is phenomenal.
Is it?
Yeah, because Kirkland vodka is, if I'm not mistaken, actually one of the Kirkland vodkas is actually Grey Goose. It's just a private branded Grey Goose. It's very good vodka. Now I buy Deep Eddy vodka. It's out of Austin, Texas. It's cheap. That's my go-to vodka. I love, if I'm drinking vodka, I like Deep Eddy vodka because it's cheap, and to me, for the price, nothing compares to it. It is phenomenal vodka, absolutely great, and the price is phenomenal on it too.
Why? What makes it so good?
It is
because I've had a lot of vodka in my past,
so
and they all kind of taste almost exactly the same. And where they differ is what drink with which you mix them.
So to me, a lot of the vodkas I've tried over time taste, for lack of a better term, chemically. They taste like
That's a very good term.
And Deep Eddy doesn't.
Yeah,
it has a very clean taste to it.
Okay,
to me. And then they're flavored. If you're going for a flavored vodkas, most flavored vodkas I've tried taste like they put an artificial flavor in it. It tastes like food flavoring of some kind. It's like a chemical factory.
Okay.
Deep Eddy only uses natural flavorings. So like their lemon vodka is actual flavored with actual lemons, and it actually tastes really good.
Gotcha.
So it tastes like lemons. Their cherry stuff tastes like cherries. So that's why I like that particular brand myself. Okay. Taste is subjective, but that's why I like that particular one. Alex said Evan Williams Black Label is a solid good. Evan Williams Black Label is a great.
It's a good one. Yeah,
that's a great one. I'm a big fan of it. So Evan Williams is a Heaven Hill product. I'm a big fan of Heaven Hill products.
We both are.
Yeah. And I think Evan Williams it's a great go-to bourbon.
We wish we had a Heaven Hill around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Really do.
Yeah. Dave said, try the Woodford Double Oak. Very, very good.
Double Oak is good. You're in the $50 price point at that, about $70 for that. Yep.
Night, Nicole. Merry Christmas.
Good night, Nicole. Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Sorry, trying to catch up here on the chat here, guys. As Ladana said, Trey, you're fine. Just looking for something good in the vein of taste. Trey said so. Yep. Merry Christmas, Brandon. See you.
Take care, buddy. Thanks for joining us, by the way. Thank you, guys. Thank everybody for joining us, by the way. Okay,
so Matthew said he drink it straight. He drinks vodka straight. And Dave said if you drink vodka straight, you can handle some bourbon proof. Yeah. Your mom said Tito's out of the freezer is good. Yeah, Tito's is good vodka
Matthew,
too.
Go ahead and just go for it.
Yeah.
Pick you up a bottle of Old Forester 1910. Pick you up this first, a smaller bottle, by the way. But pick this up, get your tongue acclimated to it, and then literally just go for it. Just put the money out, $50, $55, depending on where you pick it up.
Yeah.
Old Forester 1910.
Yeah, this, and I'll say if for some reason you don't see this on the shelf, the Woodford Double Oak.
Yeah.
Either one of those.
Or the Woodford 100.
Or the Woodford 100. So
because that also does not drink like a 100 proof.
Woodford 100 is sitting next to you. By the way, it's sitting next to you under your computer.
All right,
so, Matthew, just so you know what the bottles look like. So,
what the heck was that?
That's a Woodford Double Oak. That's what the bottle is going to look like on Woodford Double Oak. That's coming in at 90.4 proof. This is both this and the 1910 are both what's called a double oaked bourbon. So it's actually switch from one barrel into another toasted barrel, it mellows it out and gives it a very deep, rich caramel flavor to it, very creamy mouthfeel. Makes it very, very good. Either one, these are both similar price points. You're going to find both of these are roughly in the 55-ish.
Yeah.
Ish dollar ranges. Old Forester 100, that's what we made the buttered bourbon out of. This is really good.
Yeah,
It's really good. You're gonna pick this up for $25 or less for a 750 ml.
How many blinds have we done with the Old Forester 100? And we've picked it. I think we've actually picked it. Not in the top 3, but no, the number 1. I think is at least 2 or 3 of the blinds.
I've picked it, and I've never considered it like my go-to.
Yeah.
And in a blind, I consistently pick that thing.
Yeah.
And I've picked it as number 1 a couple of times, and I've consistently picked it in my top 3. I think any blind it's been in has either been number 1 or in the top 3.
I agree.
Every single one. It's just good.
It's
really good.
Have a lot of
that could be, we talked about being under the underrated bourbons out there. That Kirkland 7-year being underrated. I think that, I mean, everybody agrees it's good, but I think it's underrated. At least for me, I underrate it.
Woo!
Drinking it straight with a green olive. Yep.
What are you drinking straight with a green olive, Mom?
Vodka.
Vodka.
Oh. there's a special place in my heart for a good dirty martini.
Okay, this is a mixed like vodka drink, but like I just can't drink vodka straight. I've tried it. I've tried to drink.
Have you tried have you tried Deep Eddy?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you get a massive bottle in there, and I have to try some. I know.
You gotta
make me try some probably tomorrow. But I got a negative feeling about it off the bat, and I can't do that. Guys, what are the things that makes it's weird? It's like a psychological thing. Like if you already know that what you're about to drink is not going to taste good, it's most likely not going to taste good. So I have to relinquish that thought. You pour me some Deep Eddy tomorrow, and I'll try it with an open mind, and I'll give you my honest opinion on it. I just don't like vodka. Yeah. I think bourbon has a lot more flavor. It's not just burning for the sake of burning.
There's no thinking about it. Bourbon most definitely has way more flavor. I say all that to say I like Deep Eddy vodka, and I like to put it in like I like to do mixed drinks with it. Yeah. I'll be honest with you, like it's summertime, we're heading down to the pool. I'll throw in some. I'll put a like one of those sparkling ice waters. In my cup with some ice, and I'll throw some Deep Eddy vodka in there, and that's my pool drink right there. Yeah. I mean it's good. I like it because I'm not gonna drink. I'm not gonna sit down there with a neat bourbon in 95-degree heat in the sun, sitting by the pool.
I mean, you could though.
I could, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
But
might look a little weird.
Yeah, bourbon has way more flavor.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I like the Deep Eddy vodka. How often have you seen me drink it?
I've never seen you drink it.
All right, because that's the only time I drink it is when I go down to the pool and I'm putting it into something cold.
Okay, well, here's the thing though. I never plan on going down to the pool, so I'm never probably gonna drink it.
So I love whiskey. I love bourbon. Yeah. And you know me. I love Scotch. I like Japanese whiskey. And everything. Yeah. Bourbon is like that's my wheelhouse right now. I love freaking just the bourbon profile is amazing.
I just finished off the.
Vodka I've never had. The vodka I have over here is good too. Russian Standard vodka is good stuff. I think, David, you fixed me some mixed drinks with that Russian Standard, and it is good. It is very good.
Frame of reference on that. I'm not sure.
David said, "Hey, yeah, AJ, get out of your head that eggnog is bad.
Eggnog is bad, dude."
Oh, Don says you never tried it. 95 in the sun is the time for small batch gin. You know what, David? I think you may be right. We will definitely have to try it when the pool opens up again. That stuff, it was actually pretty good. It's pretty good. I would
strawberry gin, and they go Snoop Dogg's
Snoop Dogg. Mm-hmm. It's got a cool bottle.
A great looking bottle, purple glass.
Yeah, it's a great looking bottle. All right, hey, Peter just joined us. Peter, I put a bottle of Stoli Elite in the bar 6 years ago. Still not opened.
That's all right.
I understand. It's one of the things. Once you get into a certain vein, it's this is just my go-to. There again, if I'm going to the pool, I'm all about. I'll try other things. I'll do vodka drinks. I'll do gin drinks.
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to do that. If I'm out in the heat, I want something lighter.
Yeah.
But when I'm sitting in here in the evening, I'm climate controlled, whether it's being out by a fire in the wintertime or in summertime, I'm sitting in here in the air conditioning. I'm grabbing whiskey. I'm grabbing a bourbon.
Yeah.
That's just even if it's over ice. And that's for summertime, I'll grab something a little higher proof, throw it over a big ice cube and cool it down.
Yeah, the way it doesn't dilute it completely down to like 80.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not putting.
You throw 120 in ice and it brings it down to like what 105 at the most.
Pretty much. I mean, that was what director did to me with that barrel proof.
Yeah.
135 proof Old Forester up here. Threw a big old put it in an ice cube and put about that much in a glass and then threw a big ice cube into it as a surprise for me. It was good. It was good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
It was.
Got me toasted really quick. But
yeah, 135 will do it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah. So
where we at?
We've been at it longer than we planned.
The time we thought we would do about 40-45 minutes today.
That's what we're thinking about.
But we've had good engagement from you guys. We do thank you guys for joining us. You don't have to. You absolutely don't have to. It's Christmas week.
Yeah.
It's Christmas Eve. We know
Christmas Eve.
You got things you want to do. We do absolutely 100% thank you guys for joining us, listening to a bunch of goobers talk about bourbon and Christmas cocktails. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. It's been an awesome year. And we appreciate each and every one of you guys that are joining in with us. Thank you guys so much. We are going to do another live stream next Thursday. Yeah. Going into the new year, have a little bit of fun with some New Year's, on some New Year's drinks of some kind. We might just break out, some of our favorite bottles from 2021 going into 2022. I don't know. We'll do something. We'll fun.
Just leave this bottle sitting right there.
I know. We've done it a couple times, but there are so many great bottles. I don't know. Maybe we'll just do the best budget bourbons.
Yeah, we do that. Yeah.
Put a price cap on, because some of our favorites are like $100+ bottles of bourbon. Yeah. Put a price cap on it, and that makes it more difficult. I'm just telling you, it makes it way more difficult because there's some really great bourbons out there under $50. So we'll be back next week live. We're putting out a few videos. We're putting out shorts. We're putting out a lot of shorts over the next couple of weeks. Yep. So keep an eye out for that. If you want to know how to make the brown butter bourbon that I washed to make this old fashioned this evening, that short is going out, I think, tomorrow. Goes through the whole process real quick, under 60 seconds. Shows you what it did to brown butter wash that bourbon. Yeah, and it makes a freaking good cocktail.
It really does.
It's a good cocktail. So till next time, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. If you like what we're doing, please hit the like button. It really does help us out with all the YouTube algorithm stuff.
It does. And you leaving comments in the comment section below, letting us know what you want us to try next. Give us ideas for the next live stream. Give us ideas for just regular videos you like for us to put out weekly. We will do what we can to accommodate your ideas. Some of these are expensive. Some of these ideas are expensive. Try Pappy's 23 year. We don't have the money for that, or we can't find it.
Yeah.
Or both.
Or both. Yeah. That's the biggest thing. Some of them is we just can't find. If I could find them at a reasonable price, I'm more than happy to get them. I'd love to get some of the stuff.
But a lot of these ideas are
so expensive.
They are. Yeah. A lot of these ideas are subscriber generated. So please, if you have any ideas, throw them in the comments. We'll do what we can to accommodate them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You guys have an awesome weekend. Be safe. Enjoy. And we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah. Drink responsibly. Be sure to spay and neuter your dogs.
So stupid. See y'all later.